Greetings, gamers. This is Youko. It's our pilot episode in the video podcast format, and we're glad you're along for the ride.
And I'm SamuraiPanda. 2 years after we started podcasting, who knew it would come to this?
I know, right? One thing's for sure, though. We implore you to... show me your news!
Hello there and welcome to Show Me Your News. We are your pinnacle for debating the gaming news that matters the most to you. Before we officially hit the ground running with our serialized video podcast, we figured it's only ideal to start with a pilot episode and get your feedback on it. Like, do you like it or not? We want to know. This is the direction that we're going to take the podcast from now on, and we want to hear your opinions. But anyways, you'll see what I'm talking about. Let's just get straight into the past week's top stories. Now, a lot of you will know, but some of our newer viewers might not know, that for the last couple years, Youko and I have been covering the latest news regarding Super Smash Bros. Brawl for the Nintendo Wii. That's our game, that's where we've come from. Personally, I've become something of a professional player. I joined the scene about a year ago, and I've been playing a lot of tournaments every single weekend, and our connections to the competitive Brawl scene have come a long way. And in this Brawl scene, the biggest competitive Smash tournament ever is about to be held in Antioch, California, NorCal, with predicted attendance to be about 500 to 600 people. That is huge, and this is going to be one hell of a tournament. So, Youko, with all the hype surrounding this event, what is the hottest question to be resolved at Genesis? And who is it that you think, who you think will win Brawl Singles? Will Meta Knight dominate the top character placings, or something else? Because remember, Meta Knight is this close to getting banned.
Right, obviously Brawl Singles is going to be an important thing. Everyone's going to want to know the results from that. And, Brawl Doubles and, maybe some Melee in there. That's going to be important as well. But I personally think that it is the Meta Knight thing. And the community is at a crossroads right now with Meta Knight. It's been that way for, almost the entire Brawl lifespan. And it's been, decided that at Genesis, it's going to be the tournament where they're going to see the standings, and it's going to be the judgment if this character will be the first banned character in the Smash scene. It's important.
I've never seen this in my life, honestly. For months, people have been saying, wait for Genesis, wait for Genesis, wait for Genesis when it comes to Meta Knight and him dominating the tournament scene. So the biggest question is this: who will win Genesis? Mew2King or Ally? Mew2King is the Meta Knight. He is the Meta Knight, and Ally is a snake that is far above and beyond any other snake, or any other player, pretty much, in the scene right now. And depending on which one of those wins, I think will give you a really good indication of where the community is going to be leaning. I know personally, if there are about 4 or 5 Meta Knights, probably 5 Meta Knights in the top 8, then I'll probably lean towards banning him, but I don't think that'll happen, honestly.
Another possible threat is that maybe we'll see which region dominates. I mean, there are a lot of things to answer, and yeah, we'll definitely see.
We have several people from the Midwest, down where we're from, that will rep. Of course, Ally, one of the number 1 players, number 1 or number 2 player in the world right now, is just one door away from me right now. He's living in our apartment, so he's a Michigan Smasher now.
It will be exciting to see how it goes down. Now, not so long after Genesis, the largest fighting game tournament ever, period, throws its gauntlet down. Evolution, or as most people refer to it, EVO, is holding its 2009 tournament from July 17th to the 19th in Las Vegas, Nevada. And although they're not bringing Brawl back from last year's controversial event, Super Street Fighter 2 HD Remix, Soul Calibur 4, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Guilty Gear XX Accent Core, Street Fighter 3rd Strike, Tatsunoko vs. Capcom, and of course, Street Fighter 4 will be featured in tournaments this year. Panda, you will be attending EVO 2009. What are your anticipations for the event, and do you think it still plays an important role in the video game community as a whole?
While Brawl is not going to be featured there, Brawl will be there, because allisbrawl.com, Facebook-style social networking site for Smashers, the sister site to Smashboards.com, basically nowadays, is actually hosting the event. So there will be a big Brawl tournament there, and that turnout is slated to be fairly large. And with Street Fighter 4, it seems like the fighting game community is finally going to get its revival. Last year it was stale, nothing but old games. Street Fighter 3, like the regular Street Fighter 3, not teams or anything, I think, which they're doing this year. Marvel's Capcom 2, regular old school Street Fighter 2, all the old games that they used to do. This year, tons of new games, tons of new things. TVC is invite only. It's going to be a 64-man tournament, and I might actually get invited to that, which will be kind of cool. But what will be interesting is to see the comparison and turnout for Street Fighter 4, which is going to be the biggest game this year at EVO, to maybe either the Genesis or the EVO turnout for Brawl, because Brawl is the single most popular fighting game in our community, or in the fighting game community, period. So I want to see, personally, if Street Fighter 4 has put enough hype into the scene to make them even rival the numbers that we usually pull.
I think it does have potential, but Evo is definitely still top billing for fighting games. But I mean, with the influx of casual games that have started to hit the market with the Wii and everything, and a lot of new people coming to the scene, they don't necessarily know what Evo is. It is still a pretty big deal in terms of the hardcore gamer, and we'll definitely see results and different comparisons that can be made. But I think it just, with all the casuals coming in, it's becoming a little bit of less of an actual factor than in years past.
Well, I don't know, because even with the newcomers, there's a lot of new games, and with these new casual players comes people that become more interested in the game. And Street Fighter 4 has a great online, so I know a lot of people that have played online for so long and gotten good through that, and then have discovered Shoryuken.com, the hosts of Evolution, and have really gotten to the competitive scene. So honestly, I think that the increasing casual market will help, not hurt, the attendance in the tournament scene for both Brawl and for all fighting games in general, really.
Yeah, okay.
So, now, StarCraft 2. Blizzard, what is wrong with you? Now, fans of the StarCraft franchise are furious. You want to know why? It's been announced the upcoming sequel will not support LAN. You know what LAN play is? When you connect your computer through the network and stuff like that, and multiple people play it at the same time? Yeah. Well, a Blizzard representative said that while it's a difficult decision for us, we felt that moving away from LAN play and directing players to our upgraded Battle.net service was the best option to ensure a quality multiplayer experience with StarCraft 2 and safeguard against piracy. Youko, bad move or terrible move?
I'm going to man up and say that the RTS genre does not appeal to me. It's just not my style. But this is an awful move. It is abysmal. You cannot do this if you're Blizzard. You are losing sales. I mean, there have been people who have been waiting more than 10 years for the sequel to this game, StarCraft, and you have LAN parties that still go down. You have college dorm rooms that people play on that local network. You can't just expect this service to have its upgraded features and then say, yeah, we're gonna force you to go there. I mean, you just don't expect that. I mean, it's not even a bad move or a terrible move. It's an abysmal move.
Now, coming from personally, from my perspective, I played StarCraft back in the day on my school issued laptop in middle school and high school, whatever, and on our LAN. My brothers and all his friends played too, and we had a great time. And that's what you did. You'd take one CD of StarCraft, you'd install it on everyone's computer, and then you'd play. And then if you wanted to go play on Battle.net, you go home and you buy a copy of it because it's that fun of a game. And everyone ended up buying their own copy of it. It sold more copies because we could play on LAN together. LAN, anybody will tell you, any old StarCraft fan will tell you that LAN was where it was at. You played LAN. You played Battle.net, of course, too, to get better. But with your friends in real life, you played LAN. The fact they're taking it out, well, you know what? Safeguard against piracy. Yeah, do that. I'm not going to buy it. I mean, yeah. You're losing my sale right now. Because exactly. I was looking forward to LAN. I was going to play my friends, my brother, everyone else who's going to buy the game for sure. I was going to play them on LAN. And if I liked the game enough, if I got into the game, I was going to buy 100%. But I wanted to test it first. Because I love RTS. I do. It's just I don't have time for it anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it's really just a matter of, eliminating lag. But any move that you're losing sales, not a good move. But you do have online petitions, so go.
Well, you know what? They think they're losing sales by letting people install via LAN. But in reality, they're gaining sales. Because like I said, you install on someone's computer, that person plays it, and then they want to go home and they want to play it online, they are going to buy the game. Period.